How's everybody doing? Start of the new video, and we won't be, I'll go ahead and get it all out of the gate now, I suppose. We won't be, there's no foray in this video. We're gonna take a break from that. I got some other stuff I've been wanting to get done rather, and it's kind of getting a little warmer here, and so I guess I kind of got that springtime feeling, and I got some stuff I wanted to get done around here. I had to hang up a new security camera and patch the roof and do a couple other things. I had some ideas for the shed out back to make it, so I can use it more, because right now that's cold storage. I was thinking that what I would do for one of the things, at least, that I wanted to get done was sort of dust off one of the old projects. I think it's finally time to move forward on it and make it a bit more usable for me. Well, I'm not particularly happy about it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So what I want to do is, I think I'd like to put some new wheels on it, which I have, and I've already kind of messed around with them a little bit and figured some stuff out, and I got a game plan for those. Hopefully that works. And then I ran across some stain, so I think I'm going to stain the top and bottom panels, and the only other thing that I kind of really want to do is I want to go through on all the seams you see here, out there. Each corner, top and bottom, has, I don't know, 4 or 5 different seams on it. I'd like to go through and finish welding those in. I've already kind of started, and that'll allow me to take these bolts out, which will allow me to fit the wood a bit better, because you'll see, well, you can notice on this bottom one really good. Yeah, doesn't exactly match up, does it? I think for right now, though, just to get it started, I'm gonna clean it off. I'm gonna take as much of the crap off of it as I can. The welder might stay on there for now, depending on whether or not I feel like welding today. Alright, well, it's been a few days, actually, since the last thing I recorded. I did get, I suppose I'll jump in and I'll give you a little bit of a rundown. I got pretty much all of the top side here welded in, all the screws taken out, and then all of the spots welded up. I did, on the other side, that's where all of my screwdrivers and stuff hung off the side there. Well, I welded those holes shut, so I will have to drill those back out. Whatever. But yeah, and then I got some bits on the bottom here welded in. I'm not really sure. I didn't think about these. I don't know if I'm gonna try and weld them shut or maybe do something. Maybe just I got some 20 gauge and I could just make some little sort of like plates to weld over that. Maybe it'll give it a look. I don't know. Right now, though, I'm trying to get the new wheels on, so I took one caster off, and I got over here. And these are the new ones, and these are the office wheels, but they're like rollerblade wheels, so they're soft. They will definitely be able to grip on the concrete here. Easy to roll around. I'm hoping it'll be nice. But so I had to cut them down a bit, and then I had to thread them, and then I got some bolts here that I'm just gonna screw down on top and call it a day. That's what I'm trying to do now. Marking out the spot where I need to drill the new hole to support these. We'll see how that works. I'm gonna do a quick little update here for you. I got a couple of the casters on. I still got the other two to drill out. Yep. I still got the other two to drill out. Those seem to be working pretty good. I traded the ability to lock it to prevent it from rolling for a little bit more ground clearance, and it'll be way easier to move around. I feel alright about that. While I'm working on this, though, I wanted to show you what I got cooking on the back burner here. These are the top and bottom bits of wood, the shelving, I guess that you would say. I decided to go ahead and stain them. I think that turned out alright. I mean, I guess. I think I've seen guys they take like a torch and go across them and kind of char them, burn them up a little bit, and then they'll sand back a little and then stain it, and that looks super cool. That might happen at some point in the future. I'm not quite done with this project yet anyhow. Guess we'll just finish that. So that looks super good in my humble opinion. It's like, listen, this thing rolls. It's gonna roll away from me now. Yeah, that rolls a lot easier than it used to. It might roll a little less once everything's on it. But still, I'm kind of now thinking of ways, like creative ways to put stoppers on it, to be honest with you. Just right off the top of my head, my immediate thought, the stoppers on the doors, the little flip down legs, I thought about getting some of them. Just because I think that'd kind of be, like, that would give me a chuckle. Like, every time I kicked one of them down, boop, I probably would giggle like a small child. But so yeah, we're just I'm gonna throw that back on. I got the little metal piece to stick back on there. I'm not doing anything with it right now. It still hasn't aged and rusted and done whatever else I'm trying to get it to do. So that's just gonna go right back on. And I don't know. I think I got one more thing. I got to drill out the holes again for my screwdriver bit holder thing that hangs off the side. And then I wanted to put a drawer on it, but I don't know. We might save that for later. We'll see how I feel. So we made it, well, here. some of this will have to, like, I have to take this back out, and that, I'm actually going to leave this on there, but I'll have to take all that stuff out. The bottom might have to come out again. Well, actually, as a matter of fact, I know the bottom's going to have to come out again, because I'm not done welding. There was one of them seams down there. I think it's this one here. Now, there's a seam there that I didn't get. And here's another one that I didn't get. So I'll have to pretty much tear everything down. Like I said, I think I'm going to leave that. I'll just take all the crap out of it. And to be honest with you, if I'm going to be welding those two corners, since those are the new wheels, I think I'm probably just going to take those two casters off before I weld. But what I'm going to do once I get done with that is, so if you look up underneath here, you see, well, you see a lot of nothing, right? I want to put a drawer in, and I got a couple drawer slides. I got some more of the steel here that's just bent at a 90. So I got to weld those in, and then I can start measuring out what I'm doing with the drawer. We got all the seams welded up. So now I guess I'm ready to try and put a shelf in. So I need to get the top wood back in here. Well, actually no. First things first, I need to take my my new little brackets that I got. And fit them in there and see exactly where they're going to go. Now I already know I'm going to have to cut some off of these. Oh, actually, hang on a second. There we go. Alright. Yeah. That worked about as... That turned out about as well as I thought it was going to. Yeah, like so I'll have to trim these down, so I'll have to take some measurements in here and see how much room I'm playing with. And then, I don't know, it seems like I'm going to have to notch one side of this, you know, like maybe notch it out so far in, something, I don't know, in order to just from eyeballing it down in there, whenever it was, you know, dead square even on the end down there, it seemed like it was a little cockeyed still. So let me think on this for a minute or two. I'll start measuring in here and see what I got to do. Well, I got these supports just sort of tack welded in. I am going to have to figure out a braking system for these, because this is, I mean, it just rolls way too easy, way too easy. It's amazing whenever I'm moving the cart. It's like pushing a feather. But whenever I need to, you know, if I just barely touch it, grabbing a tool off of there, and it rolls away, that's a problem. But for right now, I think so now, since I got those welded on, or at least tacked on, I can sort of get the general idea of how much room I have in there, and start making the actual shelf or the drawer that's going to go in. I got the drawer slides in. I am going to have to move them. I'm going to have to move them back a little bit, because I want the face of the drawer to kind of recess back in, and so I'll have to move them. But other than that, now I can figure out my inside to inside and figure out exactly where my, like how big my drawer is gonna be. And right now, I mean, I'm gonna break for lunch and come back, but right now it's looking like I have 25 1/8. So I can't remember how thick the walls of the drawer, like the pieces that I have for the walls, I can't remember how thick they are, but 25 1/8, say minus an inch, I'll have a 24 and something inch drawer by however wide this is. I haven't measured that. And so, yep, I'm gonna break for lunch, come back, see what I can get into. So, where we're at is, well, I've managed to get that stuck in there. I fit it in, right? And obviously the drawer's not done. You can see it doesn't have a front or a back, right? But I wanted to make sure that I had the rails for the slides in the right spots, you know, before I buttoned everything up. And I got it in there, and it went in perfectly fine. And the first, you know, so far in and out of the drawer, or in and out of the frame or whatever, was fine. But when I got it back to where the drawer would be shut completely, it was super, super stiff and did not want to roll anymore. And these rails do have little like bumps up at the back, way back here, to kind of help prevent a roll off, but they're, I'm gonna be honest with you, they're the cheapest drawer slides that a person could purchase. And so just, you know, think about that when it comes to quality of stuff. What wound up happening is I pushed it too far that way, and now it's, yeah, she's in there. So I'm gonna tinker with this for a while today and see how far I can get. The only thing, like, I really want to get it back out the way it came, just because, like you can see there, that part of the frame cuts off, so I can't pull it out the back. I'd have to notch. But, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. Well, we got that working pretty good. I feel alright about that. That was a time getting that to work. And then other things have now developed. Now that I got that working, this is the underside of the top, right? And these are now getting in the way of the drawer working properly. So I'm gonna have to pry these off, and then I think what I'll probably do is maybe cut these down, the thinner stuff. Instead of having them this wide, I'll cut it down to maybe in half, and then tack it back on. And I might do, instead of just 2, I might do 3 of just the thinner stuff. I think that'll be okay for what I'm doing. Well, I feel pretty good about it, I'm not gonna lie. I got the underside of this put back on. This is all solid, should be good. I mean, the glue still has to dry, but I put nails in, so that should hold it together. The drawer, even though it's pretty loud, is in and out freely with no issues. I just got to get the back and the front put on, then stay in the drawer. And I think after that, the only thing that's left is to figure out a way to keep these wheels from rolling around so bad. I think I have an idea. Hopefully it works out. So, the battery died at some point, and I'm not exactly sure when. I'll know later when I edit this, but where we're at is I got the back on, and I was going to use them clamps, but it wound up not working. So what I did was I just set it upright where it would stand on its own, and very gingerly drilled some holes and ran some screws in there, and got her did. Now, before I do anything else, I do want to check it, so I want to put it back in and just make sure that the putting the back on didn't alter anything at all. And then now, I think what's going to be the best way, because hang on a second. So the front of this is a little bit wider than everything else, because I wanted it completely shut. It's flush. Now, I mean, the handle that I got will kind of stick out. Will be a little proud off the side, but the drawer itself is flush, and then stained the same red as the top. I think that'd look pretty good. Oh yeah, I'm excited about this. Try not to mess it up. Alright, so I think no. This goes on this side. Okay, so make sure easy. One side on. Oh yeah. Alright, well, ladies and germs, there it is. That looks pretty good if you ask me. I'm gonna take the air hose and blow the bottom shelf there off. You guys can't see it in the camera, it's just out of camera. All of that's just covered in sawdust. But, I mean, drawer, I mean, it's currently empty because I just got done. I don't know how much got recorded before the other camera shut off. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Very, very pleased with that. Now to fill it full of crap and beat up on it. I don't really know what I'm gonna do from here. The only thing that I kind of want to do is, I don't know, it does stay shut fairly well, but I don't know how it's going to act with like stuff in it. So depending on how loose that drawer gets, like if the drawer starts sliding open on its own, I would put in So it's kind of like it's a little two-piece. There's magnets on both ends of them. I'll stick one on the frame up underneath somewhere, and then the other end of that will be on the drawer. That way when it's shut, it kind of has like a magnetic pull. That way I have to actually, use some force to get the drawer open. But I'm happy with that as it is. I'm going to clean the thing off, fill the drawer up, and see what's going on. We got her. Everything's all set back on there where it's going to be for now. The inside of the drawer still needs a little bit of work, if you ask me. Like, I kind of want to get rid of this plastic case that all that stuff's in, and I mean, I can print. I got a 3D printer, so I can print new like inserts or whatever to hold all the tools neatly. But yeah, I don't have really any complaints. It still rolls a little bit easy. I mean, it doesn't roll as easy as it did without the weight on it, so that did help. But I mean, I guess that's it. Kids. There you go. That's the return of the 1776 tool cart for now. It's gonna sit like this for some time now. I don't know. I might still tinker with how to lock the wheels and prevent it from rolling around, but now it's just waiting for the thing to age. Develop some rust in the areas that I want it to. I kind of still do want the wood to get beat up a little bit more, and yeah, all of that. And as I move through it, I'll figure out what tools I want to keep on there and what tools I don't want to keep on there. That kind of stuff. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, share, all the normal stuff, and we'll catch you in the next one.